Commissioner, current Executive Director of the Fargo Moorhead Symphony Orchestra.
Thanks. One of the first things I thought of when I walked in here, besides the first reaction of, gosh, this doesn't look like a political football, was remembering the wonderful process that got us here. And anytime I describe this kind of magical journey to people, I always end up praising to the heavens the genius of our architect, Jeffrey Scherer. From MS&R Architects, he led us through a process that I'd never imagined. And it had everything to do with directly involving as many people as possible, so that however our libraries end up looking and functioning, we're absolutely a reflection of who we are as people in this community. And so when we chose, when we went through the steps to select the architect, I'll never forget the phrase that jumped out at me from your materials when they were talking about how centrally important public process is. They said, the best idea wins, period. And that meant to me that this was going to be centered in, no matter how difficult the political atmosphere might be from time to time, that we would keep moving ahead until we gave to the community what the community gave to us, was the trust that we would do the right thing. And so here we are. But I have to tell you a quick story about the colors and the light. One of the things that we did in that public input step was what they called an aesthetic Rorschach test. Wanted to know, what's the taste of Fargo Moorhead? He said every community has a different taste. Some like contemporary, some like traditional, and we want to know what you like in terms of design. And so the way they did that, and I'm sure many of you here took part in that, they passed out 100 index cards, and then they gave us a slideshow of 100 images of different libraries all over the country, interiors, exteriors, little chair nooks, windows, whatever. They said, first of all, just watch the slides, and they went by fairly quickly, and then they played them again. And they said, write down the number of whatever slide kind of grabs you. You don't even have to know why, just write down the number. So they collected all of these, took them back to Minneapolis and did their voodoo, and they came back and said, well, you're an interesting community. You're kind of evenly split between contemporary and traditional, but we can tell you that you love natural materials, and oh, do you love light. So here we are. And the next thing they did was they took pictures of the surroundings in the Red River Valley, fields, sunsets, water, grass, everything, and they put these pictures up on a board. What do you call it? Inspiration board? What do you call that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Inspiration board. And so here's this gorgeous, gorgeous collection of these photographs, and they said, this is our color palette from your place. And so we are truly in our place, and thank you so much for making it your place and for the opportunity to be a part of it. Thank you.